Hey there, I'm Brentan, and I have with me tonight Ollie.
Hi, everyone.
And he's going to help me demonstrate the arm and arm placement and arm alignment for the Vinyasa sequence. So that's the sequence in yoga practice that takes you from your plank push-up position down through your plank push-up, your Chaturanga Dandasana, up through the back bend shape, the cobra or the upward facing dog, and then back to downward facing dog. So this is a strategy we've recently found to be quite effective in helping us organize that series of postures so that you don't need to reset your arms or your legs, and everything feels pretty consistent and pretty strong the whole way through. So this isn't the only way to do it. We've just recently found it to be quite effective. So I'm going to have actually Ollie kind of take us through it visually, and I'll help kind of discuss what we're looking at and why it's effective. So if Ollie could go ahead and step to the top of the yoga space over here in a forward fold. Thank you. So this is one of the poses that we oftentimes enter the Vinyasa sequence through. So the first thing, which is kind of the fundamental thing here, which is actually kind of funny, is that oftentimes when we place the hands down for our plank pose, we unknowingly place them too far forward. So I'm actually going to ask Ollie that when he places his hands down, he places it so that the tips of the fingers and the tips of the toes are in line with each other. And so he might actually need to bend his knees a little bit for this. Very nice. Okay. So from here, his heart is actually much far forward here. You can see that he's almost leaning forward. His heart is through the window of his armpits. So he's going to keep his fingertips right here, keep his heart right here, and step the legs back one at a time to plank pose, top of a push-up. And since Ollie can actually hug his wrists towards each other and broaden the space of his collarbones here, that's when he knows he can stay lifted with his knees away from the yoga mat. Otherwise, you would place the knees down. Now he's set really well here, so that actually the elbows are not going to move all the way down to the forearms. This is going to stay vertical pose. So he's going to take a nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, the bend of the elbows will result in the upper arm bones, there he goes, traveling down and forward, very nice, until he comes all the way to the floor. So you can see that actually once we place the hands down there, the elbows to the wrist have not moved yet. And that's going to continue to happen through this next part. With the hands placed back really well here, he can now use the strength of his arms and chest. He's going to press into his hands and now push and curl and take the shoulders up over the elbows until the arms are straight. There you go, very nice. So that effectively the whole pose from the wrist to the elbow has stayed nice and vertical this whole time, and now he's all set to travel up and back to downward facing dog pose. Good, so he can spend some time here if he wants to, otherwise you can release when you want. So that's just one way to kind of organize your arm placement and alignment for your Vinyasa sequence. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If it is, let us know what you like about it. And if you're looking for clarification in other parts of your practice, let us know that too, because we'd be happy to work with you. Namaste. That looks so beautiful. How did that feel?